everyone, it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards, and welcome back to another video on the Joy Clair Designs channel. Today I am going to be playing with a few digital images here. I just wanted to show you kind of some versatility here. You know, I could blow them up any size I want, and I can also take that swag and I can add the sentiment to it and then cut it out using my silhouette, and I can make it kind of all one piece. It's actually two pieces. One of the words is separate, but I did this on Bristol smooth cardstock. I printed it with my Canon laser printer, and then I cut it out with my Silhouette software. Kind of manipulated it in that software so that I could lay this sentiment kind of right up next to this floral swag. And now I'm going to paint it. I'm using some distress inks, regular distress inks, and very minimal water. This is Bristol smooth cardstock. It is not watercolor cardstock. So got to be very careful, and you can't overwork the paper. You will work the vellum layer off of it, and then it's just going to be paper. So I am going to paint these florals in two different colors. The first combination is going to be shaded lilac, and then it's hard to see. My camera didn't pick up the yellow very well, but I did use squeezed lemonade later on to add in, and you can see it way better in the photos. The coloring in general, or the watercoloring in general, you can see way better in the still shots. It's just, I don't know what the deal is, but here I'm just laying in, first I laid down clean water, then I laid down kind of a layer of the shaded lilac, left the kind of center of the petals and anywhere that it would kind of be up without any color, and I will go back in and kind of add a little bit, and it's also where I kind of stick in the yellow just for a little bit of color variation, something to add some interest to this. It will be a very simple card, and I just wanted it to really have a lot of, I guess, weight on the card, this beautiful floral image. These two pink flowers, I did paint them exactly the same. They are painted with spun sugar, and then the lipstick one, picked raspberry is what that is. It is picked raspberry. So laid down the spun sugar, then added the picked raspberry to it to kind of brighten the color. And for the leaves, I'm using cracked pistachio. I know, a little bit different, but I just thought it played really nicely with these colors, and I enjoy actually coloring the foliage in florals just a little bit different. Sometimes blue-green, sometimes, yellow-green, even a deep brown green, like olive color is really cool, but I like to change it up, and I just thought that the cracked pistachio would be fantastic for this time. I did add a second layer to some of the places just to add some depth and more of that watercolor look, because I am not a watercolorist at all. In March, I did kind of a month of watercoloring, and my skills did get a lot better, but I always say I am a card maker. I am a master of none of the trades. I just like to dabble in all of them. So that is how we do it. Here I'm adding that yellow. I know it's really hard to see here, but you can see it in the photos at the end. That first photo too, you can see it very, very well. But I added yellow into all of the flowers. I just thought it would be kind of cool and add a little bit of interest to what I'm doing. And then I don't know why this is so faded out. You can see that when I slide it toward the camera just a little bit more, it comes back into focus a little better, or not focus, like the brightness. Anyway, here I'm just adding kind of a second layer of color to the leaves just to add a little bit of depth and dimension. It just adds a little bit of that watercolor look, I guess. And here are all the pieces. It is a beautiful sentiment. So to make the background, I decided I was going to use this kind of cool stencil. This is from Joy Clair Designs. It's a Gina Marie Designs stencil. I'll have it linked for you. And I'm just taping this on. I had used it in a previous card, and I thought it would have enough stick left. It didn't. And then I have a handmade oval here. One of my friends made me these shape mask stencils, and I am going to just tape it on the back of my piece of paper here. I use Scotch or removable tape. It's the best thing I have found. So I'm going to use those same colors here just to very lightly blend on a background. I wanted the florals to have the weight. I didn't really want the background to be what stands out, but I wanted it to go together. So I am going to use the same colors, and I'm just going to very, very lightly blend this on. I didn't pull in that picked raspberry, just use the spun sugar. Like I said, much, much lighter. So I went from the shaded lilac to the picked raspberry, or to the spun sugar, to the lemonade, squeezed lemonade, because it's a super light yellow. I'm using a blending brush, so it even makes it lighter. And then to the cracked pistachio around the edge. So I will get the entire oval, but it is this super soft, beautiful fade. I love it so much. I think it's just stunning. And it has that really delicate pattern in it from the stencil. And here I'm going to smoosh some shaded lilac onto my black, and then I'm going to add these drops by Ink on 3. It's called Liquid Pixie Dust, and I love to use that when I'm doing watercoloring. It just adds this really neat shimmer, and I added some water, and then I just splattered it on there. I thought that the shaded lilac would be okay to layer over top of everything else, and it was fine, especially with the liquid pixie dust stuff in there. Just kind of makes it a little bit more opaque, a little bit more, have a little bit more weight for the splatter. But I thought that that would be super fun and interesting. So then I layered this focal image here with all the words and the florals. I did add foam tape to that, popped it all up. Like I said, I wanted this to have the most weight. I wanted the background to go with it, but I wanted it to really stand out. And I do fix, I'm not sure if I showed in the video, but I do fix the verse at the bottom. It says Isaiah 58:11, whatever it says. It's crooked. I did fix it later. So here I'm just adding some sequins. They're like a light pink white sequin. I pulled them out of one of my sequin mixes. I can't even tell you which one, but I just thought that the very pastel color went really well. From one angle, they very much look white. You'll see in the still shots that sometimes they look pink, and this card can carry that just fine. I love how this turned out. It's so pretty, and I feel like the florals definitely have so much weight to them like this. I did add some Spectrum Noir glitter pen over top, and here you can see the yellow in all of the petals. It's definitely that angle. I don't know what it is. I think I had a light bulb go out, and I was kind of trying to make things work. Oh, and I forgot to do the centers, so I quickly used my zig and went in and did it with the zig. I didn't use them anywhere else, but here I'm layering my card panel onto some Tonic Studios cardstock. It's like a shimmery pink, like really light pink. Super pretty. I loved it with this. I thought, oh, it was just perfect. And I know it's not the same pink that's in there, but it kind of is that. It's kind of that really soft pink. So for the inside, I just did something that I've been doing a lot of, which is basically just using the ink that's on my brush and on the stencil and kind of stenciling it in the inside. Super easy to write over and adds just a little bit of interest. And I did the same layer so that you get kind of a partial oval there, and just adhered this to the front. And that is my card for today. I absolutely hope that you enjoyed watching me create this. Here are some still shots. Please check out the other videos on this channel. They are fantastic. And I will leave a link below to the store and to the stamp set I used and to the stencil as well. And as I always say, thank you for stopping by, and give cards generously. Bye!